If you want to know how much gold is in the whole of Europe, multiply it by 12. That's how much gold is in the vaults of the Central Bank of Ghana alone. And that's just one country out of 54. Africa is home to over 1.4 billion people, 54 countries, 20 official languages, and thousands of different tribes and cultures. It's also home to some of the world's most iconic landmarks like the Pyramids of Giza, the Great Rift Valley, and the Sahara Desert. But what makes Africa truly special is its people. From the ancient Egyptians to the modern day, Africans have been known for their intelligence, creativity, and resilience. They've developed some of the world's most advanced technologies, and their art, music, and literature have inspired generations. Despite the challenges they've faced, Africans have always found a way to thrive. Today, Africa is a continent on the rise. Its economies are growing, its infrastructure is developing, and its people are making their voices heard. It's a continent full of potential and promise, but it's also facing major challenges. Poverty, inequality, and corruption are widespread, and many Africans are still struggling to access basic services like healthcare and education. But despite these challenges, Africa is a continent full of hope. Its young people are determined to create a better future for themselves and their countries. With its rich history, vibrant culture, and vast natural resources, Africa has the potential to be a global powerhouse. But to realize this potential, Africa needs investment, infrastructure, and political stability. It also needs the world to recognize its contributions and value its people. When we talk about Africa, we often focus on its problems or its conflicts. But we also need to celebrate its successes and its people. From the entrepreneurs and innovators to the artists and activists, Africa is full of people who are making a difference. So let's take a moment to celebrate Africa and its people. Let's learn about its history, culture, and achievements, and let's support its people in their efforts to create a better future. Now let's go back to the beginning. The history of Africa is a long and complex one. The continent is home to some of the oldest civilizations in the world, including the Egyptian, Nubian, and Aksumite empires. The Egyptians, located in what is now northern Africa, are perhaps the most well-known of these ancient civilizations. They developed a sophisticated system of writing, made significant advancements in mathematics and astronomy, and built some of the most iconic structures in history, including the Pyramids of Giza. Meanwhile, further south in sub-Saharan Africa, the Bantu migrations were underway. This was the movement of people speaking a common language known as Bantu, who migrated from Central Africa to other parts of the continent over several centuries. They developed new technologies, including the ironworking, which allowed them to clear forests and farm the land more efficiently. As the centuries passed, new kingdoms and empires rose to power in Africa. In the west, the Kingdom of Ghana, Mali, and Songhai grew wealthy through trade in gold and salt. Further south, the Kingdom of Zimbabwe rose to prominence due to its control of trade routes and its impressive architecture. However, by the 16th century, many of these African empires and kingdoms would come under the control of European powers who had developed new ships and weapons. This period is known as the Age of Exploration, and it marked a turning point in African history. The Europeans began to explore the African continent in search of new trade routes and resources, and they quickly established colonies and began exploiting the land and its people. This exploitation would have a profound impact on the course of African history. The transatlantic trade, which involved the forced migration of millions of Africans to the Americas to work on plantations, was one of the most brutal aspects of this exploitation. But it's important to note that Africans didn't just passively endure this exploitation. They resisted in various ways, from small-scale rebellions to large-scale wars. For example, the Maji-Maji Rebellion in German East Africa is a notable example of African resistance against colonial rule. Despite these challenges, Africa has a rich cultural heritage. Its people have developed a variety of languages, religions, and belief systems, as well as a rich tradition of art, music, and literature. In recent years, Africa has gained greater independence and self-determination. Many countries have gained political freedom and are working to improve the lives of their citizens. With its vast natural resources, growing population, and increasing connectivity to the rest of the world, Africa is poised to play an even greater role on the global stage in the years to come. We hope you enjoyed this brief overview of the history of Africa. If you'd like to learn more about a specific period or event in African history, please let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more educational content. Thank you for watching.